Hey everyone, Michelle here, and I wanted to pop in today because I had a really awesome thought. This came to me yesterday afternoon while I was out running later in the day, and I've kind of been fruiting it in my mind this morning. Now that the weather, and bear with me for a minute, now that the weather is getting better, hopefully up here soon, some days good, some days not. I want to try an experiment with all of you that are willing to participate for 1 month, starting the Monday after Easter. Easter is the 4th, so this would start April the 5th. I have a theory. And my theory is this. If we get up and do any kind of exercise in the morning, I can see some of you squinting and shutting your eyes at the thought of it now. Bear with me. If we get up early in the morning, well, not too early, but we get up in the morning, and at some point before we consume our first meal, this does not include coffee or tea, we can get in at least a 30-minute session of some sort of exercise. That would include walking or running or working out, just 30 minutes before you eat. Can you burn more stored fat that way? I want to do a 1 month experiment. So we keep track of it, and you check off the days that you exercised. You could do a weight check on day 1 and just measure it yourself. I'm happy to do it. You can make an appointment with me. Measure your circumference of your waist at your belly button and at your hips, that widest part, underneath the belly button where we store a lot of fat. All right, get on the scale, do a measurement, okay? And if you have a body fat scale, check your body fat. Then stay off the scale. Now, this would also preclude that you are a little bit more mindful of your food choices and get the right amount of carbs, fats, and proteins for your diet, okay? I recommend, and I'm not prescribing here, but I recommend a heart-healthy diet of 50% carbohydrates, which is mostly fruits and vegetables, 25% fat, and 25% protein, okay? So on a 2,000 calorie diet, 1,000 calories is fruits and vegetables. That's a lot of fruit and vegetables, people. And fats would be 500 and calories would be, proteins would be 500. Most of us don't need a 2,000 calorie a day diet. We need a much lower diet than that. Drop me an email at RunAHeartMSN if you have any questions about that, or just drop me a text at 708-403-4831. We can figure that out. I just want, and more than anything, if you don't want to be that precise, be mindful. We all know the difference between fried cheese curds and a drizzle of low-fat cheese on top of your salad. There is a big difference there, we know. So anyway, I want to try it for a month. Now, we have a couple ways to look at this. You can vow to stay away from the scale and your measurements for 1 full month, starting on the 5th of April. So you go April 1st to April 5th, all right, and then get back on. Or every 10 days, not every week, every 10 days, you can jump on the scale and do your measurements every 10 days. That would give you 3 measurements by the time the end is near. So with regard to the amount that you do, if you're already doing more than that, stick with it. If you're just starting out, 30 minutes is a great place to be. If you have not walked one step ever, start with 10 to 15 minutes and work yourself up an extra 5 minutes or more through the weeks. I mean, if you're feeling pain, talk to me. If not, go with it. I just think it's a really interesting experiment, and I will put together information and we can figure it out at the end of the 30 days. I just think that going into summer, if this works for you and if this seems to take off some of that winter stored fat, this might be a workable solution for you during the course of the nice days to get out early in the morning when the weather's nice and do a little bit of exercise before you actually start your eating day. For those of you who are intermittently fasting, and some of you are, at your own recommendation, then definitely the same thing applies. You're not doing anything anyway. Get up and get out and get a little exercise before you consume anything. Feedback? Let me know. Talk to you later. Oh, and I also promised somebody else that I would put together a little calendar just so that you could check off each day. Some of us like a checklist. I'll have that available in a PDF form. If you need anything extra, I'm going to include it with this email, and we'll go from there. I'm kind of curious. Have a good day. Bye-bye.